the most wonderful and valuable present he or she gets is sacred and noble maternal or motherly love. Whether they are rich or poor, full of happiness, hardship, or deprivation, they have the whole world when they have moms. A mom is compared with a lightning conductor, which stands in the open sky, ready to observe or be struck by any rainstorm and lightning for the sake of her beloved children's safety. But life always has in itself some implicit injustice, suddenness, and incredibility which we cannot explain sometimes. We keep thinking that most of mothers around the world want to devote themselves to their children. They can fight over something elsewhere if I continue to fight with somebody overpowered to gain some interest for themselves. But they never do any harm to the children, just like an old but famous saying goes, a fierce tiger won't eat its child. But elsewhere in their life, are there some mothers who treat maternal love as such an ungrateful and insipid joke that they are ready to discard their own children mercilessly? And then, in contrast to such the merciless mothers, women full of endless kindness do appear in this life, being always getting ready to rescue and cherish their children unconditionally. For all of her life, she has led the life of full affection and gratitude to beautiful and old children, although happiness, laughter, and pleasure are not all what she has got. But for many times has she had to suffer from doubts, ill speaking, and cruelties from various persons posed to her. However, for the sake of her children, she has surmounted all of them to be a stable fulcrum for her children forever, so that they can lead a comfortable and complete life and enjoy the maternal happiness. She is Miss huynhtieuhuong, director and founder of Quê Hương Humanity Center in Tân neighborhood, Đông Hiệp, Giang Town, Bình Dương province. Before making a mom of over 300 children, as she is now, Miss Tieu was also a child abandoned by her old parents when she was born. The child has grown up like whist among the life loaded with difficulties and traps. She has not known who her parents and relatives are. She does not have brothers and sisters or any close relationship and has to suffer constant influence and constraint of everybody, but her affection stays overwhelming years after years. Then someday, when she reached her age of 16, she officially made the mom of a child with the same plight. The two orphaned and reduced conditions have seen each other amid the rainstorm of life, and it was the very affection that teamed them up into a family. Having a little, tender and beautiful girl next to her side, she fully forgets her orphanage and thoroughly enjoys happiness and momentum to better herself each day. And since then, unlucky children from everywhere gradually become her children by chance, but it has been deliberate arrangements of the Creator. Quê Hương Humanity Center set up by her has entered society since then. While taking these small abandoned children to Quê Hương shelter to look after them and become their mom, the first thing that Miss huynhtieuhuong thinks about is to give them such proper and nice conditions as those of other normal children. Though incomplete or imperfect, and despite of having nothing to be proud of as compared to them, the unlucky children at least have their birth certificates to know how old they are, and are also named with the surname of Huynh, surname of Tieuhuong mom, so that they can know that they are lucky enough to have a good-hearted and tolerant mom, who have their names listed into the family record book of Quê Hương great family, and to know where they have grown up. For Tieuhuong mom, only when all of these papers have been completed for these children, she then feels easier about their conditions and gives her whole mind to her other stuff. After experiencing initial difficulties in terms of files, procedures, and papers, which have been completed thanks to the positive concerns and support of various levels of local governments. Now all of the children of Miss Tieu Huong have been named with the surname of Huynh, the middle name of Tieu, and been listed into the thickest and longest family record book in Vietnam at her permanent address at 17/15/11A, Gò Dầu, Tân Quý Quế, Tân Phú District, Ho Chi Minh City. In 2010, the family record book of Quê Hương great family has set the record as the householder with the most thickest and longest family record book in Vietnam, with the depth of 2 centimeters and the length of over 3 meters, in which the number of children with the surname of Huynh and the middle name of Tieu already been registered from 1999 to 2010 is over 160 persons. Until now, the number has increased considerably. To her, the record is not only her joy and proudness, but also the concerns and burdens to place on her shoulders years after years. After the concerns of birth certificates and the family record book, the heart of the mom of 100 children is always hauntingly worried about giving her children permanent housing. Thus, she has poured all of herself and accumulated money into building homes and classrooms for her children. Since its inception, the material base of Quê Hương Humanity Center have been so needy. At the time, the children's housing was already rows of thatched houses, which had been temporarily built on the area of 2,100 square meters. But until now, after 15 years under operation, the center has expanded surprisingly. These rows of the temporarily thatched houses have been consolidated and the area has been further expanded to almost 1 hectare. The material pieces have been constantly invested and upgraded to give the children cozy and clean housing. Since the facility's expansion, the quarter for newborns has been isolated to ensure the children's health care. The children in the age of nursery schools have the new airy and spacious housing quarter with 28 rooms and the wide campus in which the children can freely come and go and amuse themselves to their heart's content. Have been backed by various patrons, the works of amusement and sports training have been continuously invested, built, and put into operation, giving the children the playground to amuse themselves and do physical exercise. Especially have been financed by Phường Company Limited and Kind Hearts. She has kept up building the versatile housing work with the construction cost of 14 billion Vietnam dong to take care of and bring up orphan children. After over 6 months underway, the work has been inaugurated and put into use in July 2015. Consequently, the children now live, play, and study in better conditions. Looking at the material basis of Quê Hương Humanity Center going roomier, more spacious, and advanced, most people feel very secure for the children. The happiness is maybe Tieu Huong's mother, because she has realized the wishes one after another for the children and for herself. But many people still stay dubious about her enthusiasm and pose such questions which make her heart feel painful, as why has Miss Tieu Huong put all of her money into the construction of material pieces? Other concerns are much more important, but why she has given the top priority to the construction? What benefits will the children profit from this work? But then, many of them have felt grateful and speechless when they have heard of her answer. Now I don't build homes to give the children spacious accommodation. Then if one day Tieu Huong passes away, then where do Tieu Huong children live, go and come back? Thus, she has not only devoted all her strength to take care of her children right now, but she also thinks much more about the future when she is not present in this world. If she does not have a mother's affection and responsibility to look after her children for all of her life, then it is sure that she has not borne in her heart just the interminable concerns. Thus, after the versatile housing grid, she has been devoting all her remaining wealth and strength to carry out a series of lovable works for her children. There are international school and hospital, ecotourism zone, to name a few. Mother Huynhtieuhuong has not only offered her children full lodge and board, but she has also given the top concerns to the children's future and study, so that they won't feel complexes about their condition and won't be burdens to society when they grow up. Thus, the mom helps the children normally growing up go to local schools to integrate with their peers, so that more than 100 children have been high school pupils, to make up for the constant concerns that always plays on the mother's shoulders. Most of the children are very docile and have good study records. Awards, medals, and certificates of satisfactory progress brought back to center by the children are priceless gifts and considerable spiritual encouragement to offer her more belief and motive, so that her children and she can firmly set their steps ahead. Disabled children learn at the center, and those with the aspiration of trade learning will get the mother's support to take up repairing motorbikes, sewing, practicing horn acupuncture, weaving class beads, artistic skills, and so on. From Quê Hương Shelter,